had an opportunity to go to the Montesano Arts Festival earlier today and had a great time looking at all the wonderful art. I mean, people are so talented, so creative. But as I talked to the artists, and some of them were photographers, some were oil painting artists, just different types and different mediums. As I talked to them, the topic of trademarks would come up because they would ask me, "What do you do?" And so I told them what I did, and it was interesting to hear their take on trademarks. Some have trademarked their names. They've trademarked some of their products. One of them had he actually titled his book after it, but he had a whole series of photos under one type of name, and so he had trademarked that. And as we talked about his trademark, he was complaining about how on social media so many people they'll create fake pages and they will steal someone's art. So he was a victim of people stealing his photos and putting them on these fake sites. And thankfully, he had the registration to prove to that social media company that that work belonged to him and that was his intellectual property that needed to be protected. So he had taken the steps to protect his art, protect his photos, protect his name, whereas some others had not. And I also talked with an artist who had to stop doing a certain type of art, or really a certain type that referenced a football team, because that university kind of got a little upset, and so he had to kind of pivot away from doing some of that. And that is a common thing. If you are using slogans, other things that have been trademarked by a university, and you have not gotten the permission, gotten the licensing to use those slogans, use that whatever, you will get a cease and desist letter. The universities are very aggressive in protecting their marks, protecting their brands, as should you be. If you are an artist, you need to be looking at intellectual property and how to protect your intellectual property. Your work is your intellectual property. You want to protect that so that people can't copy you. They can't steal from you, which is what that is theft. I'm Tanya Hendrix, Huntsville estate planning lawyer. If you are an artist, I'll be happy to speak to you about trademarks, figuring out how to trademark your art, your name, doing the different things that need to be done to protect your intellectual property. All right, keep producing some wonderful art. I got a couple of great pieces at Montesano Art Festival and saw many more I wanted to buy. But, I can't just spend a lot of money on all those things. I could have spent a lot of money today. All right, I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.